Candlewick on Brilliance Audio presents Hank Zipzer, The Cowpoop Treasure Hunt by Henry Winkler and Lynn Oliver, performed by Nick Podell.
I wanted to puke. I didn't really want to puke. No one wants to puke. Not even those hot dog eating champions who chow down 60 hot dogs in 10 minutes. I bet their stomachs want to hurl, though. My stomach definitely did, but it was empty. I hadn't eaten anything since breakfast, and all I'd had then was a glass of orange juice. And that was 18 hours ago. Or was it 20? Or was it a lifetime ago? I was a different man then. I was old Hank. New Hank had seen things. Things too terrible to mention at the beginning of a book. New Hank had done things, too. Shameful things. New Hank had crippled an innocent badger, possibly. And at this very moment, New Hank was on his hands and knees in the mud, rummaging through cow pies. In the middle of the night, with McKelty. "I'm going to puke," I said. "Stop saying that, Zitzer! Not one more word," said McKelty. "I'm serious. I can feel chunks moving at my throat. You better swallow them. If you vomit, then I will, and McKelty's do not vomit. Ever." "What's the matter, McKelty?" I asked. "Are you afraid of a little puke?" "I fear nothing." In the distance, beyond the steaming field of cow pies, an animal howled into the night. "It's getting closer," McKelty whispered. We were silent as we considered this fact. Then we heard thunder rumbling. "You know what, McSmelty?" I said. "I think we're bonding. I'm not talking to you anymore." "I mean it," I said. "We're becoming friends. You're okay, McKelty. You really are." I heard those words coming out of my mouth. But could I really think that? Was I telling the truth? McKelty was champion jerk of the universe, and he'd teased and tried to sabotage me at least 3.4 million times, and that was just this week. Could it be that I was starting to like him? I was so confused. But I guessed that was only natural. After you've been crawling through cow pies and touching them with both hands for more than 40 minutes, things tend to get a bit confusing. But this was more than confusing. This was a nightmare. There was another roll of thunder. Was this really happening? Was I really on my hands and knees in a muddy field miles and miles from the nearest drainage system and/or falafel stand? Was I about to be electrocuted by lightning? Were those really my hands poking through cow pies? No, I wasn't dreaming. You don't smell cow pies in your dreams. This was real. This was as real as it gets. This was a little too real. I tried to remember what had brought me to this low point, but things weren't really connecting in my head. I wasn't thinking clearly. I remembered reading somewhere that sniffing too many cow pies can make you a little loopy. Or maybe I'd been sniffing cow pie fumes for so long that I was making up memories. In my cow pie stupor, I started to see flashes of my old life. Waking up in a soft bed, drinking orange juice for breakfast, petting friendly dogs, running water coming out of a tap, walking down a clean hallway. Ah, there's old Hank now, just hanging out with his two best friends in the world. What were their names again? Frankie and Ashley. That was it. Just look at old Hank. He's such a happy, clean boy. So smiling and carefree. Sure, he's got small, childish concerns. Old Hank wants to go to the mall with his friends. "No," I tell him. "It isn't worth it, old Hank. Stay at home. Do not under any circumstances—" A crash of thunder snapped me back to reality. It had started to rain. I shook my fist at the terrible sky and tried with all my might to scream, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was partially digested orange juice.